So Blackmagic Design just dropped a bombshell on the video world today. Let's check it out. So Blackmagic Design has been known for disrupting the camera world over the last few years with announcements like their Pocket Cinema 4K and 6K, the URSA Mini PRO 4.6K. The prices that they charge for what they put out has really just messed with the competition in what they've done. I mean, they offer high value for what they charge, and their products are actually really good. I've been using several Pocket Cinema cameras over the last couple months, and I gotta say I've been really impressed by what they do with their cameras and the prices that they're charging for these things. Well, today is no different. I just finished watching the live stream, and Blackmagic Design has announced an all-new URSA Mini Pro 12K. That's right, 12K. Now, I was blown away when they showed some of the footage of how zoomed in they were and how they backed it all the way out to 12K and the resolution that they were getting out of it. But just to go over some of the specifications, it's got an all-new 80 megapixel Super 35 sensor, and this sensor is what's helping them do some of the things that we'll talk about here in a minute. But it does 12K at 12,288 by 6,480 at 60 frames per second. That's 60 frames per second in 12K. 8K at 8,192 by 4,320 at 110 frames per second. It does DCI 4K at 4,096 by 2160 at 220 frames per second. That's 220 frames per second in 4K. My Panasonic S1 does 60 frames per second at 4K and can internally only do it at 8 bits. The URSA Mini Pro 12K does 14 stops of dynamic range with a native ISO of 800, and it does that in 12-bit RAW. 12-bit RAW. Now, some of the modifications that they've made to this sensor, as well as optimization that they've done to the BRAW, is just amazing, because during the live stream, the CEO actually showed how you can edit this 12K on a MacBook Pro. Now, you obviously aren't going to be able to do like multicam stuff and things like that. They did show them do that on a Mac Pro, but the fact that you can even play back and use 12K footage on a MacBook Pro is pretty amazing, because one of the things that has made me hesitant when it comes to upgrading the resolution of my camera is whether or not I'm going to have the computer power to be able to handle that. But the fact that they've kept that in mind and they've worked on optimizing this enough to where you can be able to edit 12K on a MacBook Pro is amazing. And it's probably only going to be better on 8K or 6K or 4K. So I'm really impressed by that. It's got 2 CFast ports, 2 SD ports, and it's also got USB Type-C. So you've got pretty much all your recording media options available there. And what they've done with some of their compression ratios, almost all of those can be able to handle anything that camera can put out. It's going to come with a PL mount, but it's got multiple lens mount options available. It's got built-in ND filters that are from 2 to 6 stops, and tons of full-size connections, and it even has Bluetooth. So you can pretty much use this camera in any way that you can use a professional cinema camera and be able to put out very good quality 12K footage. Now, the big update that they did to BRAW is the design of that new sensor and the BRAW, and that you can edit it on a laptop. But not only did they introduce that, but they also introduced a new Gen 5 color science that they're really claiming is just definitely improved skin tones and things like that in their color science. And the really cool thing about Blackmagic Design is they tend to add value to their products over time. I've noticed the 4Ks and 6Ks have been updated to be able to add new features, like even with all the live streaming stuff. You know, people know, or Blackmagic knows that right now people are really into live streaming, and they need to because of the pandemic and things like that. And so they've added control for the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4Ks to be able to control those with the A10 Mini and things like that. So they really keep us in mind when they're optimizing their products, and so they tend to add things over time. And so that new Gen 5 color science isn't going to be specific just to this new URSA Mini Pro 12K, but it's going to come to everybody else and to other cameras as time goes on. So that's pretty much it. That's our first look at this camera. So I'm super excited, but I'd like to know what you guys think about this camera. Is this something that's exciting to you? This camera is going to come in at $10,000. You know, that's a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but when you look at the competition, like say Red and the, you know, some of their stuff that goes for $30,000 to $80,000 and is only doing 8K, you know, the fact that you can get 12K footage at under $10,000 is just mind-blowing to me. I mean, I'm super excited at what this does to the camera world, because it causes these other manufacturers to continue to improve their products and lower prices. So let me know what you guys think about this camera. Is this something that you're excited about? If not, what camera are you excited about? I know it's probably not the new Canon R5 that has overheating issues, but let me know what you think. If you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below, as well as that bell for notifications. If you found this video helpful or interesting or even entertaining, hit that thumbs up, as it definitely helps both this video and this channel out. And until the next one, see you guys around.